the pivot tables. Pivot table. So we'll see what is a pivot table, we'll see how to create it, and also how to summarize data. Let's move on to our board. So for the pivot table, what's a pivot table? This is simply used to summarize data. This is used to summarize data in a way that, see the previous one we had, that we had the medium, the high, and low. It wasn't giving us accurately. It was telling us for each of them, high can be repeated like 5 times. Medium can be repeated like 10 times. So that wasn't giving us the accurate data. That is where you have the pivot table. Pivot table summarizes them for all of the highs and all of the medium and all of the lows. So that is what we're looking at, pivot tables. So what are pivot tables? Pivot table is a tool that summarizes and organizes data from a spreadsheet or database, allowing users to quickly analyze and visualize data by grouping and aggregating it in different ways. So that is what your pivot table is. So I want to set your pivot table. So how do you set your pivot table? You come to your insert, and before we start creating our own pivot table, Excel will recommend tables for you, all right? So if you click on the recommend, so you have this now, it has done the grouping for you. It has given you the set of recommended pivot tables that you can use to work with. Before our class, we don't want them to recommend, we want to create our own pivot table. So we'll just cancel. So to create your own, just come down to pivot, all right, from table, all right. Now it has selected the whole table for you, but if you like, you can select the range you want. You can select the range you want. But for us, I want to use all of the table, all right. I want to use all of my table. Okay, now it will ask you if you want to use on a new worksheet or you want to stay on the existing worksheet. For us, we want a new worksheet, so click on the new and okay. So you have this now. So this is how your pivot table looks now. Okay, now from here you can create your. Let's work on the high we wanted to use before. All right, let's work on that first one we wanted to use, which is so high. That's order priority. So I'll bring my order priority, bring it down to the rows. Now you see I have my critical, my high, my medium, my not specific. It has grouped them together. So I want to see the unit price. I want to see the unit price for all of them. So let me see the sales rather. Bring the sales now to the values. So it has summarized them for me. Are you seeing that? That summarized them for me. You can change it if what you have here is sum. You can change it to average if you want. Click on this now. Click on this arrow button here. Value fit settings. So you can pick whatever you want. I want average. So click on the average and okay. It has given me the average of all of them. Okay. So for the critical, the average sales price is this. For the high, the average sales is this. And let's also add something to it now. So for each of the medium, I want to see for city. So bring the city down to the part here. So you see now for critical in Roselle City we have this. For critical in Smithtown we have this. For high in Annesto we have this. In Elenio we have this. For medium we have this. You can collapse them if you don't want. You can collapse them. So that is it now. And from this now I can create a chart, all right? To create a chart for this, you come here, you click on it, you come to insert. Let's use a bar chart. Click on the bar chart. Let's pick this now. So now we have this chart for this. So let's create another pivot chart. Let's keep another one. I can copy and paste. All right, copy and paste. Okay. So now let's click on it now. You click on it. Let's take off these other ones. Take it off and work on a fresh data. Okay. So this time I want to see the states, the region. Let's see the region. Bring the region down here. And for the region, let's see the sales made by each region. The sales made by each region. Bring it here. Okay. So now I have this now. And let's do one more. Let's copy also and paste. Remove the region. Now for now I want to see this was order priority. This is region. Let's see cities. Bring the cities down to your row. Okay. And obviously it has done this for us. Then bring your sum, your sales, which is already here for us. So now you see for each city, for each city, this is where the sales made. So from here I can create my charts. Let's create this for this now. Okay, this is too much for this. Let's use for this now. Let's use line graph. That will make sense. So I have this now. Let me keep it here. Let me just keep it here. And for this now, let's create a pie chart. A pie chart. Okay. So this is how you can use your pivot table to create. You can come down here to create a new space where you can. Let's take off the grid lines. So you can bring your tables down here. Cut. Paste. So you can arrange it. Okay. So you can adjust to your text, you can adjust to how you want it. Okay, so that's how to create. You can use this now to create your dashboard if you want. So this is how to use your pivot table to create charts, and also in an organized fashion. All right, you can edit them if you want. Okay, you can also edit them just like I showed in the other time. You can come here and take off the title. You can add the axis if you want. You can do a lot with it. Okay, you can do a lot with it. You can format it from this part. So let's move the axis. Okay, we have that, or you can put the axis. For the title, let's put in the title. So come here and insert the title. So this is City by Says, or says made by eCities. Says made by cities. So this is how to use your pivot table to form your dashboard if you want. In our next class, we'll be seeing how to clean data and also how to form a dashboard. I'll see you in our next class.